Hola amigos de MANGANZON.com, estamos aquí con Elizabeth Olsen de la película Silent House. How you doing, Elizabeth?
I'm great. How are you?
I mean, great. The movie is great. I mean, your acting is spectacular. So I would like to know what was the biggest challenge in the movie, because I know that you shot the movie in a really peculiar way, trying to make it look like it was shot in one take.
Yeah.
So that was probably something
Yes.
interesting, right?
The hardest part about making the movie is that what we would do is we'd take one huge chunk of the movie and we'd do it for one day over and over and over again until we got it technically right. And so if we had a take that lasted 12 minutes, we would do it 25 times, and something would go wrong on like the 4th minute or the 9th minute or the 11th minute. And then everything you have been working on all day is just not even possible to use because there's no editing. So it was kind of heart-wrenching to do that so many times and it be completely obsolete. But
and then there was like, of course, there's a lot of emotional things
so
happening
taxing.
in the movie because your character is just exposed to different things. I mean, she's like trapped in the house with his father. There's like an unknown enemy around.
Right.
And then you have to show a lot of different emotions.
Yes.
That was, of course, difficult for you.
Yeah, well, it's difficult to also figure out what fear is and how it changes within 90 minutes. And so you try and carve something that creates some sort of arc that changes as opposed to it being one note. So that was difficult to figure out, especially the way we were filming it. So it was a challenge.
Did you shoot it like in order to make
We tried to. We shot most of it in order. Some things we had to go back to. We did reshoots, so we had to go back like 4 months later into this world.
Your previous movie, Martha,
Marcy May Marley.
Okay, that one was really celebrated by like the indie community, and now you're making a movie. There's more in the horror genre, but the previous one was kind of a thriller.
Yeah.
So it seems like you're turning like into a heroine for these like indie filmmakers that like thrillers and horror movies. Is that intentional, or it just happened that way?
Just so happened that my first 2 of 3 jobs, those are the people who cast me. I was a actor who hadn't worked, and those are just the movies that I got. I'm a horror movie fan.
Oh, yeah.
I like scary movies a lot. Good ones. I don't like the ones that are all bloody and slicing and cutting up body parts. I don't really care about that. But I like to feel the adrenaline rush of watching a horror movie. And I like watching sci-fi, and I like watching fantasy land movies, and I like cartoons, and I like romantic comedies. So I just love movies and theater.
Can you talk a little bit about like the original one? I don't know, the original one is La Casa Muda, is a movie from Uruguay. So I don't know if the directors let you watch it, or you think you better not see it?
I wanted to see it because my friends saw it when it was in Cannes and they loved it. And so I was curious to see it because I also knew that our content was very different than than the Spanish film. But so I wanted to see it just because I was
it difficult
curious.
for you? I mean, was it like it inspire you? It influence you in any way?
No, I was just curious because our movie's so different. I was just curious to see it. I just like watching another movie.